What's up, guys? This is Rastastocks, the one and only Rastastocks, guys. Checking in live from NYC. Okay, first things first. COVID shook my city. When I said it shook my city, but we're New Yorkers. We're tough and we're strong, and we will persevere. When the tough gets going, you guys know how it is. Well, this is my variation of it. We just roll with the punches. We adapt. Okay, people, we adapt. All right? So, speaking of adapting, what I've noticed throughout this whole COVID situation, that certain businesses were closed down, and because they couldn't afford to be out of business, so they had no choice but to be closed. There's like a lot of empty buildings all over in New York. A lot of people working from home. Like one of my good friends is working from home as we speak. Okay, so yeah, so a lot of off-site jobs. Okay, off-site jobs is occurring in New York, and that's new. And the rent prices is coming down. It's not as high. So real estate, if you guys looking into real estate, this is the right time to buy into real estate, guys. Right time. And the governor for New York City, Governor Cuomo, announced recently that restaurants could open at 25% capacity and bars could open up at 35% capacity. Okay, we still have to follow our social distancing, and the bars have to make sure that, hey, people are following social distancing. And I believe the bars are open until 10 o'clock. Okay, so yes, guys. So that's some type of normalcy. And also, AMC is going to be open up their movie theaters at 25% capacity. You get me, guys? So when I tell you my city is a tough city, it's a tough city. All right? The movie theaters are opening. And if the movie theaters are opening, that's a good sign. Things are slowly getting back to normal. And also, the train system, it used to be closed at 1 a.m. Now it's closed at 2 a.m. in the morning. So from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. Okay? So that's about 6 hours, guys. 6 hours for them to sterilize the train. So that's good. And slowly but surely, my city is going to come back to life. All right? But other than that, guys, our city's a tough city, man, and we're going to come back. Although we got shook by this COVID vaccines, slowly but surely things are going to get back to normal, because I'm very optimistic and I love my city, you know, because we have Wall Street, stock market exchange, and New York is one of the cities that makes the most money in all of America. So you know I love my city, although it's very expensive. All right, guys, so those are just my little thoughts about my city, you know. But on that note, let's check out Mr. Shaddai Pena, a.k.a. Shinance, down in Atlanta, and you hear what's going on in his city. Yo, you got the floor, brother. Peace.
Thank you, Rasta, for having me on here to share my perspective from the Atlanta area. And I can just say that everything is open out here. It's been open since August, since I got here. People are outside. They wear masks when they want to. And they're at the clubs, they're at the malls, they're at the shopping centers, they're at the events. They are outside here. Everybody is outside. And everybody's acting like nothing's going on. Even when there was fears of cases rising, people are still out there doing their thing out here. And, it's confusing for me, but it also shows me the signs and potential of just what's to come, actually going back to normal life. Hopefully we will get there as a whole very soon, rather than later. And I'm going to continue investing in what I see, where there's opportunities, and there's plenty of opportunities out there. But let's get a global view from our friend over in England. I think that he may have some better, different insight than what me and you are seeing. Take it over, my man.
Hi guys, greetings from the UK to Rastastocks friends and followers. This is Steve from Disruptive Wealth Creation. Today we're going to be talking about life in the UK and the challenges that we face. Basically we have three main challenges. The first challenge is the challenge which everybody in the whole world has, and that is COVID. The government have told us that by July of this year everybody will have been vaccinated. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that we may resume some sort of normal life. The second challenge that we have is Brexit. In January of this year we left the European Union. So now we're looking for other trading partners around the world. So that brings new challenges. And thirdly, another challenge that we have, again a challenge that faces the whole world, and that's climate change. And we're trying to do our best to reduce fossil fuel, improve the carbon footprint. More people are buying electric cars, and we're slowly closing all our coal mining and old factories down. One thing that has made a big change following the pandemic has been the acceleration in technology, in things like genomics, that's gene therapy, in things like robotics, and also in artificial intelligence. And I personally think that these changes have changed people's values and attitudes. And I think now most people have three things that are most important to them. The first one is time, the second one is health, and the third one is family. So let me share with you a couple of examples of exactly what I mean. So let's start with shopping. Most people in the past, what they would have done, they would have spent half an hour travelling to the shop. They probably would have spent another half an hour actually shopping, and then another half hour coming back home. So there you're looking at 1.5 hours of time spent to do shopping. Because of COVID and not being able to get out as much, people have turned to internet shopping. And what they've found is that they can do their shop within 10-15 minutes. So basically they've got a saving of over an hour. So in that hour they can spend more time chilling out with the family, they can maybe watch a Netflix movie, or they can do something else. It's an hour saved, an hour of time. And then of course next week when they do the shopping again, they just have to repeat the order because most people don't buy the same things anyway. So that's my first example. The second example is work. What we found as well is that having to work from home means you don't have to spend an hour or more travelling to work, stuck in traffic, being stressed out, and then another hour trying to get home, stuck in traffic, being stressed out again. Instead, you can do your work from home, you've got Zoom, you've got the internet. While you're doing that, if you're a younger person and you've got kids, you can be looking after the kids as well and saving money on babysitting fees. So again, a new technology that's helped the workers, and it's also helped the people who run the businesses, because it means they need less office space because people are working from home, and they can save lots of money on rent in renting these big office spaces out which they don't need. The third change, which has come in a big way, and a good example of this would be Amazon, and that's to do with robotics. Because nowadays, you don't have to work in a factory lifting and carrying boxes and doing repetitive work, because stuff like that can be done by robots now. So now people that work at Amazon, they could do other things like check on the computer to make sure things are working properly. So again, that's a change. And these changes that I've just mentioned are changes that actually benefit people, their health and their well-being. So lastly, what I'd like to talk about is the future. Have we got a bright future? Well, I'd like to think so, and we do need to be positive. So, for example, in 5 years' time, I reckon we're going to be able to go on holiday, not to a foreign country, we'll probably be able to orbit the Earth. Virgin Galactic are already preparing for people to go on holiday in space. And then 5 to 10 years, what can we expect then? Well, Tesla, for example, is a good example of what we can expect. What Tesla have said is this. Currently, if you have a house, you can buy solar panels. And what that means is that you don't have to pay for electricity bills, which is fantastic, because electricity bills do make up quite a large proportion of any household's income and bills. Secondly, if you have any spare energy from the solar panels and you have an electric car, you can use that electricity to power your car. So now you've got no bills to pay on the house and no bills to pay on the petrol, because you don't use petrol, you use electricity, and that's free from the solar panels from the house. And thirdly, which is probably more exciting, which will probably happen in 5 to 10 years, is robo-taxis. That means autonomous cars, cars that can drive on their own. So if you've got one of those cars, what you can do is you can leave your car out on the road and it can spend all night driving, making money for you as a taxi. So just think of all those savings, not just as in time, but also in money, giving you the opportunities to do other things. Because at the end of the day, the robots and all the artificial intelligence, they're doing all the humdrum, boring jobs that we used to do, and it gives us time to do other things. So I think that means our future is going to be a lot brighter. The last thing I want to say before I leave is that obviously in our lives we have good times, we have bad times, and one of the things that I found quite inspiring is watching these gold cast motivational videos. And there's one in particular that I really like, and if you have time I would strongly advise you to watch it. And it's called It's Hard, and it's about the Chinese bamboo tree, and it's by a guy called Les Brown. Les Brown, who you may or may not know, was married to Gladys Knight and the Pips, and if you're as old as I am, you know who that is, maybe you don't. But anyway guys, it's been nice talking to you. Keep in touch guys, and look forward to hearing from you and maybe seeing you again on some of your videos. Thank you.
Thank you guys for letting the people know what's going on in your area. Appreciate you guys, especially our friend from the UK, Disruptive Wealth Creation. Yes, people, across the pond, the UK. Check out his channel, guys. And also from my brother, Shy Nance, aka Shaddai Pena, guys. If there's anything you guys want us to collaborate on, just let us know in a comment. I will try our best to make it happen. No, we will make it happen, I should say. On that note, guys, peace. Live long and prosper. Lion Palm. Peace.